for our spotlight on Airship AI. Joining me right now, Paul Allen, president of Airship AI. Thank you so much for being with us. And you have some big targets and agenda here. When I look and I see how you're targeting triple-digit revenue growth and positive cash flow for 2024. Tell us a little bit about the company and some of this agenda.
Yeah, thanks, Nicole. It's great to be here. So yeah, look, at the end of the day, we're a video data management platform. So we take data and video in, typically in the form of video and audio, from a wide number of sensors, and we aggregate that and really become the repository for that to help get that data to where it needs to be. So if we take a look at the city, for example, hundreds of thousands of cameras across the city, whether they're on street corners, the bridges, the tunnels, et cetera, all that data's got to come from all those cameras and sensors back to somewhere. It's got to be managed, it's got to be looked at, and it needs to get back out to the individuals who need to be able to actually see that so that they can act on it accordingly. So really that's what we're trying to do, is be that data management platform to securely move all of that data around. And then when we look at what's exciting in the industry is how we apply AI against that. So how do we take artificial intelligence and apply that at the edge so that instead of just bringing all of these camera feeds back and having giant rooms full of TVs with hundreds of people trying to watch them, trying to spot things that are going on, we can use artificial intelligence basically to enable those individuals to see things more quickly, more efficiently, and really just have artificial intelligence be that second and third set of human eyeballs on a target. So when we look at all of those capabilities and we look at all of the challenges that exist out in the marketplace today, we think we're in a great spot. We've got great customers, we've got great technology, so we think that the future is certainly the limit for us.
Yeah, and this surveillance platform of yours is valued highly, so highly, in fact, you have a sole contract with the Department of Justice for Outpost AI Edge appliances, $2.35 million contract with the D.O.J. Tell us a little bit about this. What is it that you'll be providing them?
Absolutely. So, with the Department of Justice and similar with Department of Homeland Security and others, we're really looking at how do we help enable investigators and individuals within those agencies to go solve crimes. So in this case with DOJ, we're obviously helping support things that are on the criminal justice side of the house. So how do we use our Edge appliance to identify objects or trends or various things that are going on within their operational environments that might be indicative of a crime or whatever it is that they're trying to investigate from a operational perspective. So everything from, let's say, looking for license plates and identifying vehicles and make, model, and color, to maybe an individual carrying a weapon, maybe an individual doing some type of nefarious activity with narcotics. Really, it's leveraging that capability that the AI models that we can train and then apply it to our little Edge appliance, how we put that out there and allow them to be more successful at their job and ultimately more successful at protecting us in the homeland.
I love that. That's with the Department of Justice and the Department of Homeland Security. Are those two separate contracts, and do you see another coming with the Department of Homeland Security?
So absolutely. So, we entered the year with almost a little over $11 million in our backlog. And a lot of that was reflective of several contracts that we got with the Homeland Security back in the tail end of last year. So we've spent a lot of the current quarter clearing out that backlog. A lot of that was reflected in the earnings that we released today, which we're obviously very excited about. But all of those contracts are also, in many cases, pilot opportunities where we put a handful of sensors out there. We've shown them some unique scenarios about how we can help solve problems, both with our software and our Edge AI appliances. And so now that they've been out and using those operationally, they're seeing some of the benefits and the efficiencies that they provide. All of those things are what we think is going to help really drive as the catalyst for the over $120 million that's in our pipeline today. And really that's a number that we expect to continue to grow as we continue to expand our footprint for the various agencies, both here in the U.S., as well as some of our global, allied partners that solve or have some of the same challenges, but need the same problem solved for.
Yeah, a big pipeline, Fortune 500 customers, the U.S. federal government. When you look at it, it's impressive, and you have obviously the big growth projections. Tell me a little bit about later today. I know you'll be ringing the closing bell. Excited for that, I'm sure. The team too, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Look, we're a small company. We're based here in the U.S. We're headquartered out in Seattle, Washington. We've got a smaller office in Charlotte, and then we've got an AI development team that's over in Taipei. So really, Closing Bell is just reflective of all of the hard work that's gone in to this product and this company, and getting us to the place that we're at right now. And it's a reflection of the founders who had the vision, to start the company back in 2006. Everything's been done bootstrapped and organically funded. So we're very proud of the fact that we've been able to achieve a lot of what we've been able to do without any outside investment, and that's allowed us to be flexible and mobile, and adapt to the market and adapt to new technologies and move very quickly.
What do you need to do to continue to grow? I mean, you're certainly getting the influx of business and demand from these the federal agencies and the Fortune 500 companies. Tell me more about the companies that, I guess, when they renew contracts, you must have a great success rate with the renewal, but getting new companies to find your value and why this would work for them as well.
No, absolutely. So if we look at the government space, obviously a lot of it is just the continuation of existing contracts, but it's also growth and expansion within those agencies. So where we may have done some pilot opportunities to kind of get our foot in the door, we're really only just targeting some very small areas or some very small specific trouble problem sets within that agency. So once we get our foot in the door, we get authorized to work on that network, we're accredited to be on that government network. That provides significant additional opportunity to expand within that agency. If we look at where we think we can continue to grow significantly as well, is in that commercial space and really the organized retail crime play. So where we see a lot of the major Fortune 500 companies, the retail companies that are partnering with state and local law enforcement or federal agencies to try to break up a lot of these organized retail crime rings, we think that there's a great opportunity there to provide this same underlying platform that can solve a lot of the same problems in the commercial and retail space is what our federal partners do. And if the retail companies see that the federal partners are using our platform, then it's just an easy step for them to say, hey, if this is best of breed and this is what this agency or agencies are using, then why wouldn't we be using that? And it's only going to make their ability to support us and our mission set of whatever we do as a retail agency more effective.
All right, Paul Allen, great to speak with you, president of Airship AI, and enjoy the Closing Bell later. We'll look for you. Thank you, Paul.
Thank you, Nicole.